It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Tuesday, the 14th of November. I'm Michael Groff. Lots of clouds around over the next several days as moisture begins to increase across the region thanks to an area of low pressure that's off the west coast. And there will be two distinct chances of rain over the region, one on Wednesday night and Thursday, another Friday night and into Saturday. But unfortunately, this is not looking like it's going to be a significant rain event. And that is becoming a clear trend that we're seeing on models. Of course, we'll talk about it. And what about temperatures? We'll see those trending down. By how much? Oh, yes, a lot of questions. Let's try to find some answers as we dive in here. First, the almanac from yesterday. Yeah, it was a warm one. 88 degrees the afternoon high, 62 the morning low. 78 and 55 are those averages for this time of year as we take a look outside right now at this insanely early hour of 4:52 a.m. We've got mostly cloudy sky currently, and it's a warm start. 72 degrees at Sky Harbor, thanks to all those clouds we had overnight. 43 the dew point, humidity 36%. It's a light wind, and the barometer is steady. Upper level weather pattern across the nation shows high pressure shifting off to the east over the plain states. We've got an area of low pressure diving down off the west coast and southwesterly flow on the increase, and that's bringing in plenty of mid and high level moisture over the region. So we'll have a decent amount of clouds, still some sun will get through, and obviously with the presence of high pressure just to the east and southwesterly flow aloft, temperatures will still be very mild in spite of the cloud cover today. The watch warning map, just not much happening across the nation right now. You know, we could see big snowstorms this time of year. We could see severe weather. Just not much of that to be found. We've got an air stagnation advisory over the Treasure Valley of Idaho, around Mountain Home, Nampa, Boise, and then a dense fog advisory over parts of northeast Oregon, southeast Washington State, around Spokane. But other than that, just not much happening. The convective outlook, same deal. We've got no organized severe weather across the nation. A little thunder possible along the immediate Gulf Coast, parts of South Florida. And the precipitation outlook, this is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix around 1/10, maybe as much as 2/10 of an inch. But you can see not much to be found over southeast Arizona. This map, which was looking very promising yesterday, not as much so today. And we'll talk about why that is right now as we explore the models, see what's going on. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run. This is valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Ridging to the east. That big upper low developing to the west of us, southwesterly flow increasing here. So what it means down at the surface today. Partly cloudy sky through the day today. High temperatures this afternoon, still on the warm side though. I'd say mid to upper 80s. Around 7 to 10 degrees above where we ought to be for this time of year. Now tonight we'll have partly cloudy sky. Overnight lows will be very mild again. We should generally be in the, I'd say, upper 50s to middle 60s. And then tomorrow, partly sunny sky, a lot of clouds around again, mid and high level clouds. You can see some rain right there along and just off the California coast. High temperatures tomorrow again, low to mid 80s. Now, the first round of precipitation chances should start Wednesday night. A little short wave is going to come on in here. So we'll introduce some rain chances, but even if we see precipitation, it should be generally light and scattered in nature, and that's going to continue Thursday. A slight chance at least of a shower in here Thursday. Mostly cloudy sky. High temperatures falling back into the upper 70s to low 80s. And then that little short wave will move out, and we should see a lull in activity. And then Friday, there's a slight chance we could see a shower through the day. And high temperatures will still be in the mid-70s to about 80 degrees. Now, this area of low pressure off the west coast, this looked really promising, but part of the problem that we're seeing now is the inevitable track of this as it moves on in is going to be further to the north, and the best dynamic support and the jet energy and the deeper moisture should stay kind of away from us. We'll still have a lot of moisture around, just not much to trigger it. So Friday night, Saturday, yeah, we'll still bump the rain chances up into about the 40 to 50% bracket, but any precipitation we see will generally be light. So for the day on Saturday, we'll call it mostly cloudy. Still a chance of showers, especially in the morning. High temperatures should be somewhere in the mid-70s, I'd say. But precipitation amounts, again, generally maybe 1 to 2/10 of an inch, if that, here in Phoenix. We certainly have some of our guidance that shows less. Obviously, if the track of this were to change and be a little bit further to the south, we'd see some better dynamic support. We could get better rain chances in here, but it just doesn't look that way right now. Sunday could be a shower across northern Arizona, but we look to stay pretty dry here for the day on Sunday. In fact, mostly sunny sky looks to return, and high temperatures somewhere in, I'd say, the mid-70s. On Monday, this is interesting. The GFS shows a highly positively tilted trough riding on the front side of a rapidly building ridge just to the west of us. This thing is situated at almost a 90-degree angle on the GFS, and if that's right, there really wouldn't be a lot of moisture with it, but any residual moisture that sits over the southwest, this could act on to trigger a few showers, especially across central and northern Arizona. Maybe a chance of a shower here, if that's right, but we're not really banking on that solution right now, but we'll watch that. And of course, that would also result in breezy to maybe even locally windy conditions at times, particularly over eastern Arizona. And high temperatures, again, somewhere in the mid to upper 70s. Here's a week from today. This is Tuesday, the 21st. And I mentioned a strong ridge, 591 ridge off to the west of us. And that ridge goes all the way up into western Canada, parts of Alaska, with that area of low pressure off to the south and east of us. And traditionally, a setup like this does favor rather breezy conditions, drier and warmer temperatures as well. And we could very easily get back up to around 80 degrees or higher than that if this is right. Then going out 10 days, this is Thursday, the 23rd. It's Thanksgiving Day. And you've got still that upper low that's to the south and east of us across northeast Mexico and Texas, and another little wave off to the west of us. But ridging would still be the story here. Big trough for the East Coast and into eastern Canada. And if this plays out as advertised, Thanksgiving Day across much of the nation looks fairly quiet. There's a little bit of rain and snow for parts of the Pacific Northwest, northern Idaho, parts of Montana. Maybe a little bit of rain for West Texas and the immediate Gulf Coast of the Texas-Louisiana Gulf Coast. And a snowflake or two would be possible perhaps over the Great Lakes, the central Great Lakes, the eastern Great Lakes states, parts of western New York State. But overall, again, not really looking at high impact weather. No severe weather, no major snowstorms, no major travel headaches if this is right. But this is out at 10 days and things will almost certainly change. Checking out rainfall for Phoenix. This goes out through the 28th of the month, and this is off of the European Ensemble. And you've got a big spread here. You got a few members that show nothing at all. You got others that are over 2 inches of rain. The Ensemble mean has come down quite a bit. Now it's around a half an inch. And so we'd love to see a lot of unsettled weather and some rain here, but the prospects of really good precipitation just not looking that great. And temperatures off the national blend of models. We're going to keep it warm today and tomorrow and then trending it down. And as we go further into the weekend and next week, highs mostly in the 70s, overnight lows in the 50s. That looks fantastic. And of course, that means the cooler valley locations will be well down into the 40s. And that is going to do it to the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. And if you really like what we do here and want to support us monetarily, you can click on that little thanks icon below the video here on YouTube and donate to us monetarily. $2, $5, $5 million. It all helps. My voice is not woken up yet. I apologize. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. So go ahead and check her out. Thank you guys so much for all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. Stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a delightful Tuesday.